Wake up, Jacob. Israelite prepper here. I got to weigh in on this shooting. I was looking around, heard about it, obviously, and believe me, there's a lot of stories talking about it. A simple little Google search. Let me just take a look here on my phone. I don't want to pull over because you can't read and drive, right? So, all right. So just a simple little Google search. Now, when you go into Google, you can search. It show Black Hebrew Israelite shooter or shootings, right? Suspect in Jersey City linked to Black Hebrew Israelite group. Right? So then I go ahead and decide to click on one. I said, let me look at one real quick. So let me check out CNN, right? Jersey City shooters apparently fueled by hatred of Jews, and law enforcement attorney general says. Now, I know who we are. I know who the true Jews are. But, brethren, the rest of the world thinks that the Khazars and Ashkenazis are the true Jews, okay? So they're going to paint them as the victim, right? Let's look at it. It just happened like yesterday. Investigators believe that the shooters in this week's deadly kosher market attack in New Jersey held views of hatred for the Jewish people as well as hatred of law enforcement. New Jersey Attorney General Gabir Grural said Thursday, citing investigations and interviews. Evidence points to the attack being acts of hate, okay? Authorities are investigating this as a potential act of domestic terrorism, fueled apparently by anti-Semitism and anti-police belief, Grual said. The FBI is investigating this as domestic terrorism with a hate crime bias slant to it, said Gregory Erie, special agent in charge for the FBI in Newark. Investigators currently think they acted by themselves, Erie said. While both shooters have expressed interest in the Black Hebrew Israelites group, it does not appear that either establish any formal links to the movement, Grural said. Thank y'all for that, but yeah, we'll see. Quote, we continue to gather evidence about the motives of the shooters. We have identified a number of social media accounts that we believe were used by the suspects and purport to espouse certain viewpoints, Grural said. Based on what we have collected so far, however, including based on recent witness interviews, we believe the suspects held views that reflected hatred of the Jewish people as well as a hatred of law enforcement. Investigators have recovered 5 firearms linked to the attackers, including 4 inside the market and 1 inside a U-Haul van they've been using, Grural said. Several hundred shell casings have been recovered from the scene, Grural said. The shooters in this week's deadly kosher market attack in New Jersey were suspect in a previous weekend slaying and were driving a vehicle containing anti-Semitic and anti-police writings, source says. And one of the attackers appeared to have a connection to the Black Hebrew Israelites movement, the New York Times reported. Those are just some of the emerging details about the suspects as investigators try to determine their motive. All right, guys, you see what's happening. I hope you guys can see what's happening. Okay, just give me a 100 if you can hear me. My volume's okay. David N. Anderson, 47, and Francine Graham, 50, are believed to have killed a police detective near a New Jersey cemetery, and then, awesome, thank you for Johnny. Jewish market a mile away Tuesday, kicking off the hour-long police standoff that left them and 3 other people in the market dead, authorities said. But the pair also were prime suspects in the recent killing of a man near the neighboring New Jersey city of Bayonne, I guess it's Bayonne, okay. State Attorney General Gerber said Wednesday that man died Saturday, local media outlets, including NJ.com, reported. Authorities haven't said what, if any, links the weekend killing to Tuesday's shooting, other than investigators believe Anderson and Graham were behind them all. While the mayor of New Jersey, or Jersey City, and neighboring New York City have called Thursday attack deliberately anti-Semitic, Grural has stressed that investigators can't yet say why Anderson and Graham chose the kosher market or even what led them to kill the detectives. The attack led to chaotic scenes over several hours in the city across the Hudson River from Manhattan, with heavily armed officers taking over city streets, pulling up in armored personal vehicles, and the sounds of sirens and gunshots. Killed Tuesday were Jersey City Police Detective Joseph Seals and 3 people in the market: Mindy Ferenz, 31, the store owners, Moshe Douche, 24, a customer, and Douglas Miguel Rodriguez, 49, a store employee, girl said. Now they're tracking the shooter. Let me see. This is a lot more. Okay, I won't be able to read all of this, guys. You can just click on it and see. And I'm skipping down. It says, let's see, investigators checking shooter's connection to the Black Hebrew Israelites and anti-Semitic notes. A law enforcement official told New York Times Wednesday that Anderson appears to have a connection with the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, but the extent is unclear. The Black Hebrew Israelite movement is best known for its confrontational brand of street preaching in the urban areas, but it has a complex history in the United States with sects and branches splintering over theological and leadership disputes. Scholars say that what unites the Black Israelites is the belief that African Americans are the descendants of biblical Jews. Some members have expressed anti-Semitic sentiments in the past. Okay, guys, I can't keep going. We can read. Look, if you guys are not reading the writing on the wall, I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, see, what's happening is whether they are associated with Black Hebrew Israelites or not, this really undermines the effort in bringing about the truth, right? Really undermines the effort in bringing about the truth. Because now the entire it was shaky from the beginning, right? They think we're a bunch of kooks and crackpots and stuff like that anyway, right? So it really undermines what the movement is trying to do. And we're already looked at like a hate group because we have the people on the front lines. Because what happens when you Google Black Hebrew Israelite, right? You Google that or you put it on YouTube or something, and who shows up? But our frontline Hebrews, that I call the frontline Hebrews, on the corner yelling at people, saying things like, "Oh, we're gonna kill da 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 da. When the Most High gonna go over there, when Yahweh Shai and da da da, he's gonna come back. He's gonna bust some heads and crack some coconuts, and we're gonna ravage the women, and we're gonna do all this." And then when you say, "Hey, y'all need to calm down," while y'all yelling on the street, then they go to Isaiah, "Oh, cry aloud, spare not. Cry aloud, spare not. Show Israel, lift up thy voice like a trumpet," and all that stuff, right? Guys, once a target on it, I mean, you put a target, once they put a face and a name, now they have a target, right? Remember the war on terrorism. The stand up he was talking about, it's just insurgents, right? Not really, saying who it is that we're fighting, who we're going at, right? And it's sad because not every one of them that stand on the corner are actually yelling, cursing people out, and having people kiss their boots, and you're the devil and all this other stuff, and these are fake Jews, and y'all all gonna burn in the lake of fire, and all that other stuff. If at all possible, live peaceably with all men. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you, when they actually put a name and a face, to the movement, you are now a target. Period. So they don't know. Okay, nothing about the little bit of guile. Nothing about a little subterfuge. I mean, nothing about. I mean, I understand how that sounds, but you don't know anything of being low key, let alone being a great man. Just be going unnoticed. Look. The Bible talks about the persecution of the saints, right? Talking about in the last days, it's going to get real. Who's the Khazars, the Ashkenazi Jews? Yeah, you know the truth, but force the truth down someone's throat violently, mad, upset, getting in people's face. You're a devil. White man's the devil. Y'all going to hell. America's about to get destroyed. You can know that without even yelling it. You can know that without getting into inciting. Look, I'm not saying they did it. I'm just saying when they start linking this to the Hebrew Israelites and already calling it terrorism, Does anybody remember Black Wall Street? Does anybody remember this? Has anybody looked any of this up? Guys, I'm telling you now, you don't want the drama that's coming. You don't want, it's coming, but you don't have to put a target on your back. I know some people, well, it's coming anyway. Okay. Do you want a target on your back? Do you have to live a target on your back? You're supposed to be living a quiet and peaceable life, trying your best to do that. Trying your best to do that. And if you don't want to do that, I mean, you're only putting a target on your back. And now, it's not a good idea to even be associated with any group or camp or move or anything like that. It's not good to be associated. Now, it's going to get, because once that is labeled, once it is officially accepted into the American conscience that being a Hebrew Israelite is akin to being a terrorist, that is it. It is game over. It's game over. Once it's accepted. And then you'll be easily identified. Oh, that person identifies as a black Hebrew Israelite. Oh, that person believes that, you know, they're the original Jews. Oh, that person, I'm just telling you, it's going to be easy to give him up. How do you think that the adversary is going to persecute the saints? Those who are going to try to be set apart and not take the mark and all that. But now you are turning up the heat. You're taking them off, and you got to work among these people. You got to work with these people. You got to make money with these people so that when money doesn't work anymore, you have enough resources, right? But no, let's go ahead and just get in their face, get mad, and, you know, pretty much wage war without weapons. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be targeted. All the big groups. They're not going to target individuals so much, you know, on a wholesale basis. Who's going to be targeted? All the big Hebrew Israelite groups out there, all the ones that have the huge following. Okay? All of that, they will be targeted. I'm not going to even name them. You guys know the alphabet, okay? You guys know what's out there. I don't want someone to say, oh, well, you know, you're just naming. I'm not giving up anybody. But they're gonna, when we're out there and we're not dealing wisely, if we're not going to, yeah, they're going to have to cancel. If we're not being wise as serpents and harmless as doves, and I'm a real man, you know, oh, I got an AR-15, I got 9mm, why are you doing this? Why? I don't get it. I don't understand. Why are you doing this? You want to go live out, you want to get out in the country, you want to live all great. Oh, you're not supposed to attract attention to yourself. So this is what we're going to do, guys. You want to go tell everybody and hate on everybody, and hope you guys are hanging in there. It's buffering really, really bad. All right, it looks like we're back. Sorry guys, it's buffering. I got to look every now and then to make sure I'm still on. I know it's buffering. But I don't mind defending my home from the average, everyday, unprepared, you know, marauder or whatever. I'm good. Okay, fine. But do I want the government? Do I want the police or the military at my front door? No. It makes no sense. And yet, they're still out there running their mouth and just giving it a bad name. Now, I understand they're not sure if these two are linked to, you know, like Hebrew Israelites, but when you read the articles, it sure looks like they're linking it to there. You just throw that name in there. Just throw that in there. They got all. That's all you have to do is mention it. That's all you got to do is mention it. Okay. You accuse someone. Say you accuse someone in public of something heinous, right? Like rape. Okay. This person went to court for rape, blah blah blah, and all that. And let's say they get exonerated, you know, they're you know, it's acquitted. Nope. But still, you still have that stigma on there. So now they mention black Hebrew Israelite groups, and they mention terrorism in the same article, in the same sentence, in the same. Guys, it's about to get ugly. It's about to get ugly. It's about to get ugly. It's about to get worse. It's about to go from bad to worse. I'm telling you right now, it's about to get real ugly because people, they want to be proud. That's all they. If I get somewhere else where it's a little bit better, I'll, maybe do a little bit more or follow up on it. But this is crazy. I'm here for now, not for long. I'm here for now as far as the channel and all that other stuff because it's about to get with terrorism. Because now you are the target, you are the mark, you are the op. It's that simple. They don't like you. I'm talking about true Israel. They don't like you. They don't like you waking up. They don't like you causing trouble. They don't want, and they're gonna come after you. And they're gonna come after you. And everybody associated with it. So yes, those of you out there who are not bloodborne, but you're just blessed to, be grafted in, and now you're going the Israelite way. Be prepared. Suit up. Okay, suit up. If y'all want to get out there in the fray, go ahead. Suit up. Because this is about to get worse. It's about to get really bad. And you know what? We're just about to complete that 400 years. And like Pharaoh, and they don't want to let these people go. They don't want you to make too much noise. They don't want you to have an identity. They don't want all that. Now, again, I don't know about these two shooters. I don't know if they're associated with the camp or not, but just the fact that they mentioned it. Hebrew Israelite groups and terrorism. That, my friend, is a problem. What say you? I'll get you guys on the next one. Until next time, stay woke.